Hey guys, guess who just suddenly started to exist again just because there's a situation developing in the transit community. That's right, today we are going to be discussing about California high-speed rail. Now, this whole subject has gained a bit of traction after Real Life Lore made a video about California high-speed rail, and Alan Fisher replied to that video. Now, I agree with Alan Fisher on a lot of the points, however, I overall think that I should just give my own opinion. Sure, it may not be that valuable because I literally have only 3 subscribers, but hey, I might as well give it a try. So, if you're willing to sit down for a bit and hear me out for a few minutes, then I'd love for you to hear my opinion on California high-speed rail. But more about that after the intro. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, California High-Speed Rail, pretty obvious by the name, is a high-speed rail line that's under development and partially under construction in California. The first leg is going to be built from Los Angeles to San Francisco. Now, this is where I have my first problem with the project. Number 1, they should have built it from the more dense San Diego to Los Angeles area. Not only is that area overall more dense, but number 2, it would have been way easier to fund, less ambitious, and could be seen as more of a test run. Not to mention have a subtle stream of revenue flowing into the system so they don't have to, absolutely live off loans just to get the project done. And overall, I just think that we just were too ambitious when we first thought about, doing this. Sure, a high-speed rail line between San Francisco and LA is absolutely vital, but building one from San Francisco to LA, that's just too long. Like, especially if it's gonna be the first, actual good high-speed rail in America, you're gonna wanna, make it more regional and, densely populated, I guess. I mean, sure, I think that the best place to build high-speed rail is the Northeast Corridor, but considering that the major cities are already hit by semi-high-speed rail in the Excella and just overall the entire corridor or line, I feel like overall it's just it's being taken up by a much slower train than what it deserves, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, back to California high-speed rail. Sure, it's had its shady sides, and sure, it's had a lot of downsides, but it's getting better, and even though I personally don't think it's the perfect project, and maybe we should, maybe not put every single thing on California high-speed rail, I think that it's an important project in overall just laying a foundation on what we can build as a nation. I think that overall, just in my opinion, California high-speed rail is an amazing project, but I don't think it's going to lead to much other than, maybe Brightline West actually becoming a reality. Speaking of Brightline, best train in the U.S. Not exactly high-speed rail, but it's good. Really good. My overall just overview of California high-speed rail was too ambitious from the start, but it's a good project, and it has a decent segment underway. And for a lot of its downfalls, it's made up for it, and I just feel like we're already so far into the project, so we might as well just get it finished off. And a point that Alan Fisher made that I really agree with is that we shouldn't blame the high-speed rail thing for having a ballooning cost, because we barely give them any money to start with, so they have to go for contractors that are going to need a lot of pay in the long run, but don't take anything up front, just to survive as a project, and yet we blame the rail for, ballooning costs. That's just my opinion. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you later. Bye.